Get on, folks. It's been a long time. I'm just on Meldon Reservoir. Last time I was here was with Nick on Dartmoor, and it was in the heat wave, and the water line was at least 30 foot below what it is now. Oh, there's a car. Can't really put him into the sun. Oh. Southwest Water. I'm going to get on one in case he tries to pull me. Right, take care. Bye bye. Walk past the weir. It's just there. But on my way up the path, I thought that was ice, but it's not. It's like a weird jelly, strange stuff. It was on a beach. I would think it was some kind of jellyfish. Oh, it's well weird. I don't want to. Ugh. Yeah, it moves funny. Ugh. Some weird looking fungus that is. If it is fungus, I gather it is. But yeah, I'm back out. It's been nearly 12 months. Just like to say thank you to all the subscribers that stayed with me over the period. I will give reasons why to later, which I won't lie to you, it's going to bum you out a bit, but we've all suffered this year of what's going on, so I'm no different from anyone else. Oh, pardon me. But like I said, thank you to all the subscribers that have stayed with me, because I won't lie, I've lost a hell of a lot. But in the same breath, you can please some people some of the time. Can't please all the people all the time. It is what it is. Right, I'm heading for the bottom of Lints Tor. Hopefully Rob here, Jim JD's spot, if he's not there. Just thought to get one in before this lockdown, because that'll be another month of me stuck in and not being able to do anything. I've got a few bits of new kit. But I say new kit, it was bought for me last Christmas, but then a lot of things happened, so body, spirit and mind just wasn't up for wild camping. But I'm back out and I'm loving it already. I can't wait. Weather doesn't know what to do. Look at them clouds. 1 minute the sun's out and the next minute it's peeing down. Good old fat showers as well. A couple of hailstorms, which is a bit weird. But anyway, I'm going to get my finger out. I'll see you soon. That's where I'm headed. Bottom of Lints Tor. But I've got to walk through a load of cows. But luckily, they're all heading the same way. Well, I don't know if that's lucky or not. I hope they're not chilling out at the bit where I want to camp, but I don't particularly want to walk through them. I haven't made good time, to be honest. It's very boggy underfoot. I've never been Dartmoor this time of year. It's boggy enough anyway when I've come in the summer, and I think end of April was one of the last times. So I'm going to get my finger out, set my tent up, get a brew on the go, and then I'll bring you back then. I just want to get set up. Right, take care, I'll see you soon. Right, I've set up shop. All done. Been raining on and off, like I said before on my way in. You can see on the tent. Probably one of the worst pictures I've done. The inner just doesn't seem to be right at all. But it is what it is. I'll still be fine. Oh, let's bring it in. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Got water on a gravity feed and the Sawyer Squeeze Mini. Saves me busting a gut. Just do that, because when I bought that I didn't realise it had the little adapter. Then I might Little blue adapter. I don't know if you can only just see that. So I still had the box packed away, so I went and had a look, and there it was. So ideal. Not the quickest, but I'll be alright. I still got my Aqua Pure anyway. Like I said, that gets rid of viruses and stuff where the soyas don't. We'll be getting boiled anyway, but you know, it's better safe than sorry, isn't it? Anyway, just letting my coat loft up. And here's my new sleep system. Well, I got it for Christmas last year, so it's not new, but it's been used once. Obviously I couldn't get out and stuff, so. But yeah, the Cumulus Quilt 350. I've got the Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm Max. It's the old version, it's not the one with the new tab on it. And a new inner, well, a new liner. Because that other one just is not, I've said before on a few of my videos, I just don't make the other one. It's not warm enough. I can't remember who makes this one. I think it's Sea to Summit. Ah, well, I'll have to get back to you on that. It's in here somewhere. And Trekology pillow, because that one stays. It's got the strap that goes round, so it's a Trekology Aloft 2.0, I think it's called. And just a bit of foil underneath, and underneath the ground sheet itself, just a bit of Tyvek. But I've got a very cheap Tyvek bibby. Where are we? No, it's slightly different from the other one. It is meant to go over quilts, because the other one has got a zip and stuff, the other one that I've got, but that won't fit all of the sleep system inside it. So at least this one will just go over the quilt, because I'm a bit paranoid of this touching of the quilt touching the sides. It's got hydrophobic hydrophobic down in it, but I just don't want to chance it. You know what I mean? It was bought for me by my sister, my niece's fella. I mean, my family proper chipped in for it, you know what I mean? Otherwise I would not have been able to afford it. I was asked what piece of kit I would like, and he said, you know, don't worry about the price. I should have said a hella big solo, shouldn't I? But that'd just be taking the piss. But anyway, yeah, my family, they're good, they're really good. So I told them this Christmas, no more buying me these dear things. Because it's a bit much really in it, but at the same time it's something that I really wanted and something that I'm made up with, absolutely made up. Just a bit of crap in the corner. There's my din-dins, which I'm going to get on the go in a minute. It'll be the Sea to Summit pasta bolognese. It's the first time I've had that. I'm generally not too amazed with the freeze-dried meals. But the one that I have had that I've really liked was a Mountain House, and that was a pasta bolognese, and that's the best one that I've had so far. So mince is just far easier to rehydrate than big chunks of chicken and stuff and the other stuff I've had. So I've got that, and I've also bought from Valley and Peak one of the cozies, because the one that I bought the one that I made is pretty naff. Where's the tag? Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, and my electrics go in that as well, so double purpose. So when I'm finished, my electrics will go back in that. At the minute, they are inside my Thermarest pillow, stuffed sack pillow, because that will be getting stuffed with this at the end of the night, and again that'll be on top of that, because they're just not high enough for me. A lot of the camping pillows, I just need them that bit higher, like I'd have at home, because I have 2 pillows at home. But yeah. Pee bottle, because sod getting out in the middle of the night. And also I brought my thermal mug from back home. This is the one I walk my dog with, because I'm sick. I've tried how many different lightweight ones, and they do not keep me hot for nowhere near long enough. And I know that they're hours, absolutely hours. So I brought that because I know it works. I take it on my dog walks. I might be a bit lispy. My voice might sound a bit funny because I've had a bit of dental work done as well. So yeah, my teeth weren't in the best of states, which is a bit embarrassing to say, but things that happen. Right, so let me turn this round anyway. Right, I'm going to get my tea on because I am Hank Marvin. But good to see you. Been away for a good while. Later on, probably around bedtime, I'll tell you what's been going on. But between now and then, I need some hot grub and a brew. Ooh. Because I brought the Soak 650 milliliter pot and the Storm and Norman cone system, which has titanium as well. But I've swapped out the burner, which I've said before on a lot of them. I'm seeing stars from looking into this light on the camera for a split second now. But yeah, where are we? From speeds to stoves. You've all seen, oh, I'm getting his reflections, 2 shakes. 100. Hope it doesn't reflect too much. Yeah, it is. There you go, I'll try and get it where it's not. There you go. Yeah, the speeds to stove systems, I just found them better than the ones that you get with the Storm and Norman cone system. And plus, it's got a lid on it. I know the other one, the Storm one, comes in a little plastic pot and a thing that goes on it. I just like these that wee bit better. I've been finding a better burn time and that wee bit more economical, which you can't go wrong there, can you? You've all seen this cook system, there's no point in me showing you that. If you want to know about the Quilt 350 or any of the other gear, you're best just going around on YouTube, because to be perfectly honest, I'm a wild camper really. I'm not really one of them YouTubers that does, you know, basically, you know, reviews and stuff. No, I'm not slagging off my fellow YouTubers, because without them fantastic reviews by most of them, I wouldn't have a lot of the gear that I've got. Because for years I was buying kit that I was reading stuff on, and you think, oh yeah, that sounds good, and a lot of it was quite ropey. But the good thing about my fellow YouTubers, a lot of them are not incentive based, so it's been used in the field and they'll tell you. But I'm not cut with the same cloth. I'm just not that kind of YouTuber. I wish I was, I really do. But I'll get you there later on. I'll tell you the name of the bloke who's probably got the only detailed vid on the Cumulus Quilt 350. There's some on YouTube, but I haven't seen anyone as in-depth of his. Is a spot on. British lad as well. So I'll get back to you. Fingerless gloves. Right, I am Hank Marvin, so I'll see you soon. Hailstorm. Well, storm. I don't want to say storm. I don't want to go out in that to show you, especially as I'm cooking tea. Yeah, I just kicked right in there. Whoa. Right, back to it. I'm trying to get out of the shadow. Doesn't look too bad. Obviously the pasta isn't massive, but it's in the heat pouch. Give you a couple of plastic bags as well, obviously, because you know chances are you're going to spill a bit of stuff, aren't you? So I'm ready to go, and we're nearly there. Lanterns on. Oh, which one is this? I can't remember. The Goal Zero lighthouse flash, so rechargeable. I'm sick of paying for constant batteries, so the 2 lights I've gone with are that, which is rechargeable, and also Olight HR1, so again rechargeable, because it's costing me a small fortune. Especially I take this on my dog walks as well, because I take the dog for a walk in the evening, late night, and it's costing me a small fortune. So what will happen is the Through Night TH20, which is a blind and head torch, that'll go in with me. Well, I don't want to say bug out bag, but my go-to bag. Right, I need to stop talking and get this on the go. Right, I'll get back to you and I'll tell you how good it is anyway. Ready to go. Just added a tiny bit more boiling water to it, to be honest though. And I've added a sachet. That's probably backwards. Is it? Yeah. Of red, crushed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Only knows. Of crushed red pepper. So, give it a bit of a kick. I did give it a little taste in it. It was nice. I needed a little bit of a kick. So, that's from an old ration pack that I don't know if it was American or British. I'm not too sure. This does smell nice, so I'll give you the Pepsi challenge. Oh, to turn this on. Oh, it is on. Yeah, I'll be going with this in future. Definitely. Yeah. Now I actually left this in the heat pouch for 14 minutes. The 8 minutes that it says on it, nowhere near enough. And to be honest, some of this pasta, it's just on. What do they call it? Al dente. Or al dente. Dante, whatever. And I was a chef, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting this in future. Because that is blinding. I was hoping it'd be like the mountain house one I had years ago. This has kept it a hell of a lot hotter than my homemade cosy would have. My homemade one is naff. Pretty naff. Right, I've gone to see me a load of steam in my face. And this, I'll get rid of that. I'll get back to you because I'm gonna. Oh yeah, you can barely see me. Ooh. Right, I'll get back to you because I need to smash this. Get on. Weather's fantastic out there. Been through to weird though, on and off showers. It hasn't been like this all day and all evening. 2 shakes, what time is it? Oh, bang on 9 o'clock, right on the money. Oh, I've just made myself an hot chocolate. Whisper, ooh, nice. And I had Snickers, what do they call it? Flapjack, ooh, that was nice as well. About the Cumulus quilt, I said about the dude who does a decent, well, a very good review of it. It's the Lone Explorer. I think his name is Scott, if I remember rightly. Don't quote me on that, I'm almost certain. But, yeah, like I said earlier, I'd explain why I haven't been on, without depressing anyone. On the 11th of March, I lost my mum. Obviously, she'd been ill for quite some time, as most of my subscribers will know. And while me and the family were reeling from that, still are. You know what I mean? It's something that you never get over. Me and my mum were close, you know what I mean? I'll say now, fantastic mother, really good. Yeah, my parents were fantastic. My family are good, you know what I mean? Like, you've seen the stuff that I said I've got. That's through my family. So, and like, while we were reeling from that, we lost my eldest brother, Eric. That was on the 5th of June. Nearly a month short of his 50th birthday. So it hasn't been a good year, but the current year that people are having with COVID, a lot of people have lost loved ones. I don't want to say the word luckily, but before COVID kicked in properly, we were allowed to be at my mum's side. So me and my sister were by her bedside when she passed, which I am so thankful for that, because the thought of her being on her own and us not being there absolutely breaks my heart. I couldn't have bared that at all. A lot of families have had to do that and being able to be by the loved one's side. That must be absolutely heart-wrenching. Absolutely heart-wrenching. I couldn't handle that. I really couldn't. But I've got good family and good friends around me. And my sister has been my absolute rock, to say the least. She's been fantastic. Without her, without my family, without my friends, Rick and Sarah, my mates on on the WhatsApp, Ben O'Donnell, Willie McBurney, Steve Cook, Lloydie, Sav. If I'm missing anyone, lads, I really am sorry. And obviously my best mate Robbie Woodward. Without good friends around you, it would be hard to deal with a lot of the things. So we're obviously in November, and it's about mental health. I'm telling you now, fellas, speak to your friends, speak to your loved ones. It's helped me. Something chronic. If it wasn't for them, I'd be really bad, to be perfectly honest. But let's get away from that. I don't want to bum you out, and I don't want to start dwelling on things either. I'm out in the crappy weather, but I'm glad I'm out. I really am glad I'm out. New gear to be tested. It's always good. Tent standing up to it nice. Last time I used it was up on Bodmore when it peed down, so I know that them seams that are sealed will deal with it easily. Easily. Famous last words. 2 seconds. Oh, this cup keeps your bruised piping hot. I don't care about the weight. Thermos. I don't care about the weight. I'm sick of trying lightweight cups. I had a, well, I've still got it, the Alpkit Mighty Mug 400. Your brews stay 5 minutes if you're lucky. And I've tried 2 or 3 different, different lightweight mugs, and half an hour at the most, and that's not hot. After that half an hour they're lukewarm. This is piping, so I'll gladly take that weight, because I'm saving on fuel and I'm saving on tea bags and milk, because I'm not smashing the brews as often. I made a brew before when I first set up my tent. Ooh, must have been just after 5 o'clock, and it lasted me till 6:45, and it was still piping hot. I just happened to drink it all. Still lovely and hot. So yeah, got that in my local Trago Mills. Nice one. Or was it Trago Mills? No, sorry. This one was from Argos, and then I seen them in Trago Mills. That's a shop that's in Cornwall. I don't know if there's any more up country, but not that I know of. I seen them in there for cheaper with a handle, so I bought one of them with a handle. That is actually the one I take on my dog walks, because I've had one of these before, well over 15 years old. It's been dropped that many times it ended up giving up the ghost, but I knew how good they were, so I bought another one. That was a lot of waffling just for about a cup, wasn't it? But I hope everyone's well, because I haven't been on any of my, well, the people who I'm subscribed to, like Burton Outdoors, Nick on Dartmoor. All I would do, keep in touch with Nick over WhatsApp. Or Cragall. Oh, quite a few people. I just haven't been watching your vids, because like I just wasn't in the right frame of mind, so I hadn't been watching. It's probably over the last 2 weeks I've started watching vids again and making comments. So I just wasn't up to it. My frame of mind wasn't right. I didn't know what to say. It sounds a strange thing to say, because I can waffle some shit, me. But to all of them people who I haven't been in touch with for a while, cheers. Hope you're all well. Hope your families are well. Take care of yourselves. I am going to finish this, and probably about 9:30, 10:15. I'm going to have a rice pud. That's another summer to eat, just to keep me warm through the night. Because yeah, nice warm meal before you get your head down, do me the world of good. Yeah, I'll sleep nice and snug then. So, take care, and again, cheers. Take care. Oh, blocking the camera, trying to press this. Ooh. Bedtime, just on 11. Gonna be lovely and warm. The liner is the Cedar Summit Thermalite Extreme. eBay jobby, saved about 15 quid. Yeah, 40 quid it was. But again, it's not new, but it is. It sounds a strange thing to say, but I've owned it for a bit. But fair time using it. Oh, but it's better than my old one. It's got a draw cord. It's a lot thicker. I said the draw cord's going to snug it in a hell of a lot better. So that other one, I think it was, oh Jesus Christ. Actually, I can't remember what it was made by. But the fleece, you could see through it. It was just that thin. So that is going to go in my go-to bag. I like the old kit now when I'm changing up. Well, you know, changing out, should I say. Goes in me go-to bag. So the go-to bag won't be too bad, because it was full of just like really ropey old kit. But anyway, proper white face because of that light. Oh. Gonna get me head down. Yeah, gonna get me head down. But I've had me nice rice pudding with the strawberries. That is gonna keep me nice and toasty overnight, as well as my sleep system. Nice. Gonna take a couple of layers off though. Gonna take this fleece and the body warmer off, and put my merino wool base layer on. That's gonna keep me lovely and warm. Anyway, folks, if I don't see you for a week, I'd see you for your window. Have a good one. See you in the morning. Morning. Oh. Got a bit chilly in the night, but it was lovely and warm. So I left my woolly hat on, just to keep my baldy head warm. The rest of me inside here was lovely. Oh, it's a bit chilly this morning as well. I'll just grab me fleece and put it inside here with me just to warm it up before I put it on. Oof. I need to get dressed at some point, but I'm just gonna doze for a bit, just chill out and take it easy. And at some point I'm gonna have a brew and my breakfast, porridge. Lovely. See you soon. Coffee's on. Well, coffee's getting drunk. Well, you can't beat a coffee in the morning, can you? Temperature reckons it's about 9 degrees, well just above, but it feels colder than that, to be honest. Don't know if it's because I've been so warm inside here. That fleece liner with the quilt, I was really warm last night. In fact, I had to take layers off. So, ooh, yeah, good. It'll be interesting to see what it's like, in, you know, in a proper winter camp, really. Because this was just a damp one, and we're not in full winter yet. Are we still in autumn? I think we're still in autumn. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it does. Sounds strange, but I can't wait. Obviously, I'll still bring other stuff with me just in case it isn't warm enough, but I really don't think that's going to be the case. I think this is going to be spot on. Oh. I can see the sun, but it's not where I am. I need to start making its way over here. There's a lot of condensation in the tent, and obviously all outside's wet as well, because there was a few showers in the night, but there wasn't a breeze, well, barely a breeze. It was nice, it was very nice. Pardon me. Yeah, I enjoyed last night. It was probably one of the best nights I've had. Sleep, camping. Didn't sleep all the way through, but it was in a good few hours chunks, you know. I think I woke up twice, and that was it. And one of them was when it was raining. That was the only reason I woke up, because of the sound of the rain. I didn't put my earplugs in because I didn't really need them. Like I said, there was barely a breeze. Not even barely, there just wasn't. The tent didn't move. I left the door open a bit, plus I've got the vent, and that was heading into what was the wind last night, but think that's why I've got so much condensation, because, well, yeah, no wind, no breeze. I did cook in here, obviously, but I had the door open, so I don't know what the score is there. Well, not fully open, but where I had the stove right above the opening in the door and the vent above it. Should be interesting packing up, because I've been a bit messy, to be honest. That's where it goes when you haven't been camping for a while. Need to get back into the routine. Yeah, it looks nice out there though. No rain today, so I don't have to walk back in my waterproofs. Still gonna wear my gaiters though, because in between, well, it's just before you get to Blacker Tor Copse and Lints Tor, it was just boggy as hell, very boggy. But that's Dartmoor for you. It is a moor. Oh, the sun's coming over. Ah, so it was the cloud that was stopping it. I thought it was the hills, because I haven't been out yet. Oh, it's not far off. Yeah, I can't wait till it hits this tent. It'll probably do me a big favour. Get rid of a bit of this condensation. Right, well, I'm going to finish my coffee, and then after this I'm going to put a blue on. Oh yeah, my nose looks massive. Look at that. Wow. That's a beak, that, isn't it? Take it easy. Nice morning. Lovely morning. Bit of a bite in the air, I won't lie. Still got my fingerless gloves on. But it's very dewy. But I am next to a small stream over there. Yeah. Them showers were quite big in the night. Well, not long, but just a lot of rain. So it's going to take some drying out. We've got a cloth for that. Yeah. Oh, let's get in the sun. Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'm not far from a stream, so you're going to get condensation whether you like it or not. And like I said before, you've on the moors. It's all wet underneath me as well, you know. But when I've collected my water, I've gone a bit further down where it's faster flowing. Well, that sun's nice. Oh yeah, just needed to move around a bit to start hitting my tent. Alright, so I'm going to go and finish my coffee. Just thought to give you a lovely pan of my morning view. Alright, see you soon. Alright, so I'm all packed up, as you know, as we all do, leave no trace. This was me, right here. Well, actually, more here. Right, short walk out. I parked at Meldon Reservoir car park, so it's better than where I used to go to Blacker Tor. Just that wee bit shorter, a bit more straightforward. Very easy walk. Right, folks, I will see you soon. Oh, the light's on. Take care, folks. Hope to see you soon.